Alright, what's going on guys? T Torres back here for another video. So in today's video we're going to be working on the KTM Duke 390, but before we get into today's video, I must let you know that we also have the Fuel X from Powertronic ECU that we're also going to be installing on the bike. But that's not going to be the topic of today's video. And also I've got a cool 3D printed airbox mod. I have a filter that I'm going to put on the other side, trim it out, cut it, and glue it and see how that's going to work. But here is the main purpose of today's video. We're going to be doing the tail tidy or Fender Eliminator from MNNTHBX. You know, I worked with MNNTHBX on the Navi and the Grom. So today's goal is to get rid of this big old bad boy. But before we get into today's video, here's a message from our sponsor for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Simply Carbon. They were nice enough to send me a nice carbon fiber phone case. I've used this phone case now for a couple days, and I'm very picky about my phone cases, and everything about this phone case is nice. The carbon fiber is nice. Everything is nice and slim. If you guys buy anything from Simply Carbon, I'll have a link down in the description to save 10% off, as well as a coupon code on the video. All right, so let's go ahead and throw on the new phone case, and let's get rid of this this cheap phone case that I've had on my phone for a while. And let's check out this new carbon fiber phone case. I think it looks pretty well. I do want to give a big shout out to Simply Carbon. Thank you all for sending this phone case to me. And if you guys are interested in buying anything from them, as sunglasses, watches, wallets, phone cases, I have a link down in the description. And yeah, once again, thank you Simply Carbon for sending me a phone case. Alrighty, first things first, let's go ahead and tear into our MNNTHBX Fender Eliminator kit. There's that piece, stickers. Then as you can see here, it does have a, let me see if I can get a nice little close-up on that. Has an LED light, and then here is the actual tag piece. Imagine it's gonna go something like so. So let me finish getting all this plastic off, and then we'll move over to the bike, and I'll show you what all we need to unplug and then bolt to remove this nasty old factory tail tidy. Alright, so now that we're over back to the bike side, let's identify the two wires that come up from the actual tail tidy. It's going to be these right here. I'm going to zip this, not zip, but cut this zip tie out. Okay. Oh, I didn't come out of there. Alright, we'll get that back there. Okay, so as you can see right here, these are the wires that come out of the, or that get wired into the actual tail tidy. So we're going to unclip this one, unclip the red one, and we are going to unclip the green one, and that should do it for the actual wiring part. And then under here, can't see very well, there are two bolts that we're going to need to remove out from under this actual tail tidy. I'll get you the size of that bolt here in just a second. Okay, the main takeaway that you want to take away from unplugging is you have a gray one, this black one, and a green one. Make sure you go ahead and unplug all of those now. Okay, as you can see here, I now have the actual rear tail tidy or fender, this rear fender removed. You have four 10mm bolts that are going to be up under the actual tail tidy, or excuse me, not tail tidy, but the actual fender itself. Super simple. Have everything unplugged, and then boom, this thing dropped out. Super simple. Less than 5 minutes, and this big old boy is out. All right, next up on the agenda, you want to loosen these 14mm nuts. That's going to free our lights out. Then we're going to go ahead and pull all the wire out. I'm going to loosen this one, get both of these lights out, and then we can work on building the lights onto the new bracket itself. One thing I forgot to mention, you have a rubber gasket that sits right here. As you can see here, you want to gently get you some pliers and pry that up, and that'll allow you to get all the wires out that you need to get. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you see this bracket piece here. I went ahead and marked this one. This is for the right side. There's an indentation on here in the MNNTHBX tail tidy. You want to make sure the light is seated in there. and go ahead and tighten this down. Once again, this is a 14 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and build the other side, and then we'll get to working with putting this actual piece in here. And then of course we need to wire this up to get power to the LED for the license plate light itself. All right, one little admin note that I want to add in there. Before you fully asphyxiate your turn signals, go ahead and put your license plate mounting hardware on there. It was hard to get this on there without having the turn signal loosened and removed. So put your license plate on first, and then you can worry about your actual turn signals. All right, so the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna run the wires from the actual license plate bracket that has the turn signals in through this plastic piece that has the LED light for the license plate light. Run everything through here. You're gonna pull everything up, get it nice and tight, and then there's 4 mounting holes. There's 2 here and 2 here. And then with the supplied hardware, you're gonna zip it back to the factory location. So like I said, there's one that goes here, here, and the 2 in the back. They're the same spots from where you remove the actual rear fender of the KTM Duke. So I'm gonna get everything buttoned up, tidied up, and then we're gonna wire the LED light up. All right, so here you have it. Here's your first look at the tail tidy. One other admin note I took these two these Allen bolts out. It allows you to pull this fender out just a little bit. So now everything sits nice and flush along through here. Yeah, this is probably a better side to show you. Everything sits nice and flush. Just take these 2 out here and do it on the opposite side. Pull this fender out just a little bit, and everything will suck right up. Looks super good. I like it a lot. So now to let's wire up our little. You can't really see if I can zoom in. Our little LED. There you go, there it is. So let's get this all wired up, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, now comes to the rewiring part. So where this red plug was here, as you can see where my hand is, I went ahead and snipped that off, stripped this back. The brown is now going to be your supplied power, and the black and yellow is going to be your ground. So MNNTHBX supplies you with these nice little wire taps. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap these 2 together, and then they'll have these separated, and then license plate should light up, and yeah, we should be good to go. So let me finish getting that wired up. Here is the actual wire tap that MNNTHBX supplies. So let me get this wired up, and I'll catch y'all back up in just a second. All right, fingers crossed. If everything goes right, we should have a LED license plate light. Boom, there you have it. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck everything nice and neat in here, zip tie it off, and put the seat back on. Take this bad boy for a spin, and yeah. All right, I forgot to mention, you need to install the rubber grommet that MNNTHBX supplies you, so you can keep water out from the bottom of the tail coming up to up here where all the electronics are. So make sure you install that rubber grommet. All right, here is the first look of the MNNTHBX tail tidy. I think the bike looks so much better without having that hideous long rear fender, whatever you want to call it, tail. I just think it looks hideous. And like I said, we have the Fuel X from Powertronics, and my competition works. Cat delete and silencer delete just came in. I'm waiting for my exhaust tip to come in. That's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So we have a lot of fun and exciting things coming for the actual Duke. If you're stopping to the channel for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.